After returning from Earth 2 Gorilla City, Barry spends some quality time with Iris. At Star Labs, Harry finds HR decorating the Speed Lab for a party he's putting together for Team Flash after their victory against Grodd. He gathers everyone to spend Friends Day, the Earth 2 equivalent of Valentine's Day, together. Jessie tells Harry that she wants to move to Earth 1 to be with Wally, and he agrees. While Caitlin and Cisco talk about the disastrous love lives, Gypsy comes through a breach. She attacks Team Flash, but is subdued by Harry. When she comes to, she finds herself locked in the pipeline. She tells the team that the last thing she remembers is being in Gorilla City. Barry and Cisco realize that Grodd used her to open a breach and is now about to launch his attack on Central City. They then get to work on locating him and his Gorilla army. They come up with the idea to have Cisco vibe the future Gorilla attack by widening his range with his gear. Cisco tries to convince Gypsy to fight alongside them, but she tells him that it is their fight, and she still has a fugitive to catch on Earth 2. He lets her out of the pipeline and wishes her luck. While modifying Cisco's equipment, Harry tells Wally that he is dying. He asks him to take care of Jessie when he is gone, and not to tell anyone just yet. They use the apparatus on Cisco, who is able to vibe the location of the Gorilla attack. Barry, Wally, Jessie, Joe, and the CCPD wait for them to attack. Grodd takes over Joe's mind and makes him shoot himself. Barry saves Joe before the bullet reaches his head. Elsewhere, Grodd attacks a truck carrying a general and abducts the man. Back at the lab, Joe tells them that just like Gypsy, he saw places he had never seen before when Grodd was in control. They realize that Joe may have a connection to Grodd, and they try to make a device to see into the ape's head. A conflicted Barry tells Iris that showing mercy is the reason why everything is happening, that he may have to kill Grodd so he does not return. He tells her that if he had gotten rid of Solivar, none of the events would have transpired. She tells him that he shouldn't kill just to save her, even though he tells her that Oliver killed and is still a hero. Jessie confronts her father after Wally tells her that he is dying. After she leaves, the team sends Joe into Grodd's mind with the device, and he begins to draw a man. They work to try to figure out who he is and what his importance is. The general, under Grodd's control, gains access to a military base. Barry becomes frustrated while training and tells Harry that he feels that he needs to kill Grodd to save everybody. Harry tells him not to go down the path that he did. Cisco and Caitlin find out the man is named General Matthew McNally. They also found out that Grodd is using him to launch nuclear missiles. Barry finds it, then is guided by the team to disarm it. Barry continues to input different codes to disarm it, and finally does with just a few seconds to spare. Grodd realizes that Barry stopped the missiles and begins his attack on Central City. Barry gets ready to take on Grodd with Wally and Jessie. He then has Cisco ask Gypsy to help them. He finds her talking to Accelerated Man on Earth 2. Barry, Wally, and Jessie fight the Gorilla army. Barry takes on Grodd while Jessie and Wally take on the rest. Vibe and Gypsy then come through the breach along with Solivar. The two gorillas have an epic battle throughout the city's rooftop. Solivar gets the upper hand, but just as he is about to kill Grodd, Barry convinces him not to. Solivar spares Grodd as Barry did to him and asks to be sent home with his fellow apes. After seeing the apes home, they go back to the Star Labs where Barry tells the rest of the team that Grodd is at an Argus facility with Lila. Gypsy says her goodbyes, but not before she kisses Cisco. Harry prepares to leave as well and makes Wally promise to take care of Jessie. Later that night, Barry proposes to Iris with a ring his grandfather gave to his grandmother. At the West household, Wally spends a romantic night with Jessie, and while trying to get Big Belly Burger for them both, he runs into Savitar. Will Wally go to the dark side? Will we see Accelerated Man and Gypsy again? Will Caitlin be reunited with Ronnie when he and Eddie return? Will HR take over Harry's place as Jessie's father? And why is Savitar kneeling before Barry in the previews? We'll find out in the next episode of The Flash. Boom.